Welcome back. If you just joined us, our guest on this episode of Question Time is the Minister of Sports, Solomon Dalong. Don't go away. In essence, are you saying you don't have issues with hiring of a foreign coach, but you're just worried about the financial implication?
I don't see any reason why we cannot develop our own indigenous football, develop our own indigenous coaching system to be able to beat the world, to be able to face the world, to be able to fly our flag. So I am personally not disposed to anything foreign coach. But if superior reasons prevail, then, of course, as a leader, I will definitely look at it. But I don't think the foreign coach is the answer. I don't think so.
Why has it been so difficult disbursing funds to other sport federations like table tennis, boxing, volleyball, wrestling, and taekwondo?
The problem is not even that of disbursement per se, but there are so many issues associated with it. For a very long time, these federations have been working. They have been working because little or no attention in most cases were given to them. So most of the federations are not viable enough. That has now taken them to the point of when they have tournaments, they sometimes do not even give us notice of their participation in time. And in government, you know, it's not like going to the bank with your ATM to withdraw money. It has processes. So most of these correspondences, when they come, before you process them, we are already out of time. And in most cases, we will sometimes have to ask them to borrow and go before we complete the processes and take these funds to. And that has not been too good enough. It has not been too encouraging enough. It has affected even the level of participation. And so we are improving seriously on that. But every federation that has written to us, we will try to give them time.
Well, what are your projections for the Olympics?
I'm hopeful.
People have accused you that your non-interference in the taekwondo crisis has cost the federation to miss the Olympics.
No, I indeed did. Because I was attending the West African finals of taekwondo in Lagos with the president. And shortly when we left, I was told he has been removed. So I immediately sent words across to the federation that I think it could have been done more properly because we have qualifiers ahead, and change in leadership, however good it is, will not augur well for the federation. But it didn't go down well with them, so I immediately directed the permanent secretary, who constituted a committee that intervened between the federation and then the feuding parties. But it yielded no results at all. So they went to the pre-qualifier with two fronts. And they relocated the battle from the Ministry of Youth and Sport Development to the pre-qualification, and they lost.
What are your plans for the development of grassroots football? We understand that Channels is blazing the trail with the Channels Kids Cup. So what are you doing in this regard?
No, but I think Channels also would have stolen it out of my mind, and because that is my policy trust anyway. People have been asking, what is your policy trust? My policy trust is grassroots development and to complete all abandoned projects if it is possible. I'm not thinking of any new project except it is very, very essential, because the catalog of abandoned projects I found on the ground are so worrisome that I'm not even supposed to be thinking of anything. Because if we do not complete them and put them to use, then there's no need. Then you see, grassroots sports development is the key to sports development. If you neglect grassroots sports development for elite sports, then you are coming back to what I said earlier, that it is a servicing sports development, which has nothing to offer, but to go scouting when opportunity avails. So I have to commend channels for that initiative.
Before we wind up on this conversation, let's take this on a lighter note. Your uniform has stirred so much attention and comments. Could you set the record straight?
I have spoken on it so many occasions, and I will not be tired. I will keep speaking until maybe when I leave office. But I think basically the uniform, like I said, is a signature of my commitment to the struggle for the downtrodden. And I don't want to forget easily where I'm coming from. It keeps reminding me of my background. It keeps me on notice of who I am. And it keeps my conscience alert on where I am coming from. So I am an activist who believe that the true test of measurement of leadership should be measured alongside the welfare of the common people. If the balance is tilted against the common people, then work done is zero.
Honorable Minister of Sport, thank you very much for making our time to be part of this episode of Question Time, and also, most importantly, for unveiling the federal government's commitment to total sport development in this dispensation. Thank you very much indeed.
I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity.
And that's it on this episode of Question Time. You may also send us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Join us next week on another exciting episode of the show on Channels Television. Many thanks for watching. I'm Benga Ashiru saying goodbye.